taking a look today at the KojinTora's coffee set. It's a single coffee set, and as we're opening the box, we have the instruction manual. And oh, looks like a top. We have the coffee container, and so some other things here. We have a nice coffee scooper, and we have a nice, looks like a cleaning brush. Let's take a look at that. And there's nothing else in here. Okay, so we're putting this aside. We've already seen the coffee container top, which is a nice wooden one. It's roughly about 5-inch diameter. Inside. Okay, so we've got a nice tin container, and inside we have, very difficult to get out, this is actually the aluminum coffee holder. This is what it looks like. It's actually a nice deluxe version. I have a model from a different brand. Here this is. So this is their version of it, and this is what a traditional one looks like. It's 2 pieces. It's a stand. This sits on top of the coffee mug. Okay. With this, it's a 1-piece design, and once you've poured your coffee into this thing here, roughly about maybe 2 of these scoops, you drop it on top of this and you pour hot water on it. This is nice because what I have is my coffee is in the cabinet just above the camera, and so this is typically what I drink. It's chock full of nuts. It's New Yorker's coffee, and here it is from a bigger thing. So this is it right here. So it's chock full of nuts. Okay. So you can actually pour coffee in, keep it in there. If you buy the big jug, typically I don't like opening up the coffee too much because it starts to get stale. But if you're going to utilize this, I would get coffee, fresh out of the packet, the airtight package. Cut it open and then pour it inside, and then just always keep this closed. Because if you have it open, the coffee tends to taste stale. Say that 3 times. Anyway, the cover inside has a seal wrapped around it. It's a rubber seal, and it sits within the groove, and you feel the pressure. So it actually is airtight. But this only works if you don't have coffee that's already been sitting out. So I'm going to use this the next time I get a big container of these, and then just pour it inside. Okay, and that'll eliminate the use of a small one. Okay, but having said that, that gets put aside. Okay, as far as the coffee is concerned, let's take a look at some of the other accessories. You have the coffee scooper. There you go. And then you have the cleaning brush. And it's actually a 2-sided cleaning brush. Get everything today, that's it. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got a 2-headed cleaning brush. Full size here, and then you have this. And this is essentially to clean out the coffee grinds. And then of course sometimes if you grind the coffee grinds and it sticks inside the grooves, you have this right here just to brush it free. So you have the top to brush it free, and inside you clean it with this. Now another manufacturer says that every once in a while when you develop coffee stains on this, just to maybe either flush this with some hot cleaning solution, like maybe add a little bit of couple of drops of bleach, or maybe something in that vein, and just let it sit for maybe about a half an hour and it'll be sparkling clean. So anyway, that is for the cleaning. So you have the coffee scooper, you have the two-headed brush, you have the main thing. So let's take a look at this. So let's see, we take the coffee scooper. Oops. Yeah, it's a little bit too small for that. Okay, so now we just happen to have some hot water here. So what has been suggested when you're going to use a system like this, which actually gives you the most flavorful cup of coffee because it's a slow drip, they had recommended that you pour water in just above the top of the coffee, and then you let it sit for 30 seconds. And it's been explained to me the reason why it's done like that is because when you let the coffee sit, the coffee grains, the first pour over, it opens up the coffee grinds to more effectively give off its flavor. So you let it sit for maybe 30 seconds before you pour it in again. And immediately as I noticed this, this actually drains a lot faster than the first system that I have. So just for the sake of this review, I'll just going to pour around, and let me see if I could show this to you. We're going to pour around the sides so that all of the coffee actually gets flushed through. Okay, we'll try this again. And there it is. And once this is down, I'm going to lift this up just to make certain that I've got the amount of coffee that I want to drink before I put in the coffee creamer and some sugar. And roughly after about 3 pours, it's a little bit less than half full. And I'm going to pour another round, and again you're pouring it over the sides so all of the coffee grains are adequately so there we go. And this is nice, you know. It's a little bit easier. So as I mentioned earlier, the this filter actually is actually evaporating and allowing the water to go through a lot faster than the other one. I actually like that a lot. So I spend less time standing here waiting for it to go through than the first one that I have. So this is nice. This is actually very nice. The system here is excellent, to tell the truth. So, I'll just do one more. Okay, and I'll put this container over. As you can see, The coffee is filtering in. And I'll be back in a second to show you the final result. Okay, we're back. Okay, so I'm going to put this aside. That's fully drained. So I'm going to put some creamer in. Sugar in, and here we go. My version of a New Yorker's cup of coffee. Okay, just to recap. In this set, you have the coffee container. It's a metal tin, and it has a sealed wooden top. It also comes with a coffee scooper. You can scoop the amount that's to your preference. And then you have a cleaning brush, which is for inside and on the outside. And this is to clean the interior and exterior of actually the coffee filter. And this is a single cup coffee filter. It sits on top of the mug like that. You pour the coffee in, and then you pour the hot water. You let it drain after the first scoop, the first pour, I should say, for 30 seconds. And then you start to pour water around successively along the sides until you've reached the desired amount of coffee before, and if you have, if you desire coffee, cream and sugar. Anyway, that's it. It's KojinTora. This is a beautiful set, and it's actually an upgrade from the one that I have, because you have a full set here, and it's excellent. You also have, I don't want to forget this, you have an instruction booklet, and it also has some tips on using this to get the most out of your coffee. Excellent, 5 stars.